Hello, my crafty friends. It's Marie from Marie's Vermont Creations, and today is my final Halloween project for 2023. Happy Halloween for those that celebrate. I am taking some alcohol inks, and this is dirty water because, as you can see, I have a few panels around me that were kind of flops, but I finally got a background that I enjoyed, so I kept filming. And so originally in the water was some alcohol inks with some shimmer into them, or metallic ones, but I'm mainly using greens, purples, and black for these two backgrounds that I made. So I am going to take these backgrounds, the purple one specifically, and make a Halloween card. So I had set these aside overnight to dry. I'm just going to move them over so I can show you. Had the sense to put gloves on this time. But here it is all dried, the two panels that actually came out. The other ones were on Yupo paper, and this is just regular cardstock. So I did find that that works better. I do have other videos showing hydro dipping cardstock with alcohol inks, which I really, you can get some really fun marbled backgrounds. So now I'm taking this witch hat die, which is from Simon Says Stamp, and I'm cutting out the green pieces right now. I am using my Honeybee Stamps Bitty Buzz Cutter to do my die cutting for today because these are all smaller pieces and they would fit through there. I had to go searching because I had snipped all of these dies apart right before I started filming this, but when I actually get to this, these little pieces that I'm pulling off were what I thought were the bow. Well, come to find out, it had fallen out of the package into my basket, so I had to go searching for it. So I'm just using some thinner weight cardstock in a lime green and black. I thought I would use those colors since the background had the purple, the green would kind of pop, so that's what I was going for there, because I had originally thought about making the band and the bow out of purple, but since I had it in the background, I thought bringing in another color would be good. So I'm just going through and die cutting all of these pieces, and then I will adhere them together using some wet glue. I do end up putting it together incorrectly, and I will, tell you which areas I had screwed up in my, at least I think, because I'd never put this together before. It came in a kit, I think this was last year, and I had never used it. And there's a little bow piece that I managed to track down in the bottom of my basket. I'm lucky I didn't lose it. Tiny little piece like that. So then I'm just going to adhere these together. You could pop some of it up using some foam squares to give it even more dimension if you wanted to, but I did glue everything down flat. And I'm just using my Bearly Arts glue for this. And so since this is wrapping up the Halloween series for this year, did you have a favorite project of mine that I did? Anything that you would like to see? Because I think I will do this again next year. So if you have any recommendations or projects that you'd like to see, definitely feel free to leave me a comment. So I just put that second piece on, and I should have put the bow of this piece right here on first, because I think this is supposed to be behind the front ridge of the hat. It shows it that way on the packaging. I just wasn't paying attention, and then wondering why I wasn't lining it up correctly, but I just went with it. It looks fine in the end, but if you are putting this together, I would put that piece down first and then put the little front loop of the hat in front of it. So I'm just putting down the bow, and then there's two little slivers that kind of give it dimension on the bows, the little loops of the bow right here. That's what I'm putting on now. And then there's a little center piece. You could do this out of glitter cardstock. That would be really cute. You could do ink blending on it to give it some dimension as well. But I kept it fairly simple and just, as it was with the paper. And then once I get that all done, I am going to adhere it again with just the wet glue. I could put it on using some foam adhesive, but I did not. So the background, I'm using some double-sided, just some tape runner to do that. Of course, crooked to start with. I swear, if I ever put a panel on the first time straight, it would be a miracle. So then just some liquid glue to adhere this down, and then I'm going to use the stamp set that came in the limited edition Simon Says Stamp Halloween kit for this year for my sentiment. I'm going to put it in my Misty, and I'm going to take the Happy Halloween. It's two different, they're broken up, so the Happy and the Halloween are separate. I was originally going to line them up to the right, which I was working on, and then I decided to put the Happy in the center of the Halloween, which I liked better. And so I am just going to have to stamp this a couple of times. I believe it didn't stamp as well because I had the magnet to my Misty on top of the hat, and so it was kind of blocking the ability for the Happy word to get, contact with the paper. If I had been thinking, I would have stamped the sentiment before I put the hat even on, but don't do as I do. But I've moved the magnet and I was able to get a better stamping of that. And so once I get my stamping all finished, that is going to complete the project for today. I hope that you've enjoyed this series. I will link the playlist at the end. And as always, I hope that you have a great day.